Good morning, everyone. This week's Torah portion tells the story of the 12 spies, how they were sent on a mission to explore and scout the land of Israel. But unfortunately, instead of coming back with an enthusiastic report, they came back with a negative, disparaging, discouraging report, which caused the Jewish people to despair and not be willing to go to the land of Israel. And as a result of that, the Jewish people had to wander for 40 years. And it's fascinating that as we're reading this story this week, we're witnessing a war against Iran in which Israel sent modern-day spies and scouts, the Mossad, the Shin Bet, undercover agents to Iran that have been scouting the country for years, gathering intelligence, and therefore last Thursday night they were able to strike with pinpoint accuracy and eliminate so many terrorists because they were scouts not for 40 days, not for 40 months, but for decades. And we see the counter action of Israel today versus the story of the spies, where with courage and with confidence and self-sacrifice and tremendous risk, Israelis were building drones in Iran, under the nose of the Iranian regime. How proud we can be of our generation, which is rectifying the mistake of the spies. But the failure of the spies was they put personal interests before their mission. How could they have made such a mistake? How could they not have had faith in God? After all, this is the generation that witnessed the greatest miracles. The splitting of the sea, the 10 plagues. Why didn't they have courage and confidence in God that they could conquer the land of Israel? And our Rabbi says it was because they put their personal interests first. They enjoyed the lifestyle in the desert. They didn't have to work. They got manna from heaven. Everything was provided for them. Why should they go into the land of Israel? Well, they'll have to protect and defend the country, where they'll have to toil by the sweat of their brow to produce food from the earth, not manna from heaven. And because they put their personal interest before their mission, therefore their judgment was clouded, and therefore they came back with a negative, pessimistic report. And therefore the lesson of the story of the spies is, whether it's going to the land of Israel or any other mitzvah we are instructed to do, focus on the mission, on the objective, on what God wants you to do. Put aside your personal interests, and then you will succeed. Last Thursday night in the town of Sderot, there was a Hesder Yeshiva boy that got married. Beautiful, joyous wedding. But right before the wedding, he got a text from the commander of his unit. You see, this groom was a jet fighter, pilot. And he gets a text Thursday late afternoon, report to the base. Come suit up because we're going on a secret mission tonight. Not even telling him what the mission is. And he writes back and he says, I'm getting married tonight. What should I do? Should I postpone the wedding? How urgent is this? And his commander says, go to the wedding. Celebrate with your bride. But after the wedding, take your bride to her parents' home, drop her off, and then report to the army base. And this young brave soldier danced the night away at his wedding, knowing that right after the wedding, he's not going home with his bride, he's not going on a honeymoon, but he's dropping off his bride at her parents' home, telling her only that he has to go for a special mission. And he reported to his base following his wedding, suited up, and was one of the jet fighters that led the attack against Iran early Friday morning. This is the generation we live in. Young men and women who bravely stand up and say, we are ready to serve, we are ready to protect. Regardless of our personal interests, we will do what is needed to defend, protect, and secure Am Yisrael. Have a wonderful day.